Hey, what's going on? It's CJ Wilson with Doak Talk, your host. Got my guy Larion here again. It's that time of year. Miami versus FSU, the big time rivalry game. It doesn't have a lot of luster this year, of course. Thanks to FSU, it doesn't have a lot of luster. There's probably a lot of
It's
luster.
shiny.
You said what, bro?
It's super shiny on our side.
Man, this shit ain't shiny.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. So this game is crazy, man. I know a lot of Miami fans was talking about having college game day and all that type of shit. This could have been the actual game which y'all hosted if we would have did our part. I know we was talking about the Clemson game a few weeks ago. But I for sure think that if FSU would have done their part, would have had college game day for this one. Unless we're here, it's time for the Noles to get this upset. Ain't that right, my boy?
they're gonna be upset. There's gonna be a lot of well, I can say this: it won't be
This
that
off the
upset
front.
because it's gonna be a lot of pumpkin patch pictures. It's gonna be a whole lot of "I got a life to live."
I got a life for showing Daytona all weekend, baby.
It's gonna be a whole. It's gonna be a whole lot of that. That shit ain't nothing to me. All y'all care about is sport. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be the vibe. I get it. We do it too. Everybody got to do it when they're ass whooping on the horizon.
But no,
Yeah,
I did. Even though the preseason, I was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna have to miss this one," because I did plan to be in Miami for the game.
I
Locked
give you
in.
that pass. He did say that. I do remember that. A
Yeah,
while
man.
back, he was saying he was gonna be in Daytona for that one.
Yeah, man. Like I be locked in for homecoming for most part. So even in 2022, like I said, I missed that famous dinner with you and Kwame because I stopped at damn Daytona for whatever, I'm not gonna say for whatever reason, but just to hang out a little bit before we went down for that Miami game for whatever reason. I keep saying that, but the last few homecomings have been around the same time we play Miami. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
they're looking out for you.
yeah, they're definitely looking at this year for sure, man. I ain't gotta I ain't I ain't gonna get into that. I ain't worry about shit about FSU this weekend. Let's put it that way. Let's jump into it though, man. We had some games this past week. FSU lost on Friday night against Duke in a turnover out. Put it in. It was a barn burner up in Louisville. Pretty exciting game, back and forth. A lot of offense, a lot of fireworks for Miami. They did escape. You guys are 7-0, right? 7-6 right now.
7.
Yep. So 7-0 after the win versus Louisville. Let's let you start off and talk. Well, I'll go first since we had the Friday night game. Won't get too deep into it. Already did a recap of the game, but the name of the game, the FSU ended up losing to Duke 23-16. Brock Glenn's second start of the season. I'm thinking, based off what I saw in the Clemson game and things like that, he's kind of can take the next step and kind of build off of that, and show some good signs. He started off pretty bright early. Receivers didn't help him at all, but again, name of the game that beat us is drop balls and turnovers. We had 3 turnovers on Brock from 3 consecutive plays. I've never seen that shit like in my years of watching football, playing football. Like I don't think I've ever seen 3 consecutive turnovers. And within those 3 turnovers, we gave up 17 points and had 3 key drops. One of Malik Benson on like 3rd and 10 that would have been a first down to keep the drive going for FSU. A touchdown. And throw in Luke Cromartie, the freshman quarterback, and his first pass, a beauty of a beautiful pass. His first pass goes by 55 yards in the air, drops it down, and keeps trying for the air. Right, the bread basket couldn't hand it off to him any better. He dropped that ball. And then right before the half as well, another dime by Luke, stuck up in the pocket, took a hit by the defender. So the guts he played, dropped a nice pass to Hakeem Williams that went right through his hands. Heard some footsteps and saw the safety coming, ended up looking up and dropped the ball. And that was 3 points off the board. That was before the half. We tried to get, a field goal before the half, get some points to close out the half. So that's 14 to 17 to 17 to I say 17 points in drops and damn 17 points in turnovers by Brock. So that was the name of the game. Duke had less than 200 yards of total offense, and we lose the game. People ask how the hell we lose the game. Should you have 4 down turnovers that lost the game? Of course, Cam Davis ended up fumbling the ball as well, and we was driving during that drive, so that could have possibly been points as well. So turnovers and turnovers and drops, man. Defense, hats off, you guys played pretty well. Wouldn't say great because every time like Florida State to score or have a momentum type of play on offense, field goal, touchdown, whatever it may be, and we had that must need stop. We never got that must need stop. End up being points for the touchdown and field goal. Well, not touchdown and field goal, mostly field goals. But that pretty much sums it up, man. Manny Diaz ended up getting revenge on Mike from from the 4th and 14 and got the dub.
Yeah. Too bad he did in the wrong damn uniform. That much shit we had to hear about 4th and 14.
Hey,
Took
put
me
some
that shit.
boy Manny, man. Last
He doing
hurricane,
his thing. He doing his thing, man.
last hurricane coach to win in this rivalry.
I never had like Manny Smoke really or Manny Beef. I wasn't. I was a supporter when we hired him.
You were. You said you pretty much back then. You said if we fire him, it got to be for Mario.
Yeah, it's got to. We got to go bigger. Otherwise, it doesn't make a lot of sense because we could have poured some of those resources over to Manny.
That's what I was saying
and
too.
he
Like,
could have some of the success. I get it. So yeah, I mean, I don't have the money.
That was my only gripe. I feel like y'all didn't do right by Manny in that regard. I feel like y'all, of course, they want to go all out and bring the Miami guy home, but the resources like night and day. And also, I think Manny was like what in his 3rd year as a head coach.
Yeah, I mean, and that go to show you
was much needed. Did a good job there. Now he has Duke with one loss and competing in the ACC.
The bottom line, man, is that Manny situation go to show you, just how much of a business this is because the check cutters had their guy, period. And it was like, look, we're gonna cut the check, but it's not gonna be for this guy. And I get it because they wanted the certain optics of Mario. And he had some success, and he has a great reputation as a great recruiter and an evaluator in general. So it made sense to me. But I never had no problem with Manny. If we would have kept Manny, I ain't had no issues with it. Honestly, I think it would have been nice to see him get those resources. And then if he kind of can't do more with more, then I'd be like, all right, well maybe we gotta keep it moving. But it's one of them things, man. Well, business is business, and they struck. While the iron was hot, they had some conversations. Mario. He got to double up his money, and here we are today. So, Mario took his lumps, and things going pretty well right now. Let me ask you your game. I didn't get to watch the first half because I just forgot y'all was on. Yeah, and then I came home. I was like, oh, shit, I forgot Florida State on tonight. Yeah. Well, yeah, I work weekends too, so I was like, I totally forgot. And I saw that Croman Hawk was on when I turned the game on. So what was the situation? Was it just lack of performance by Brock, and they just decided
3 turnovers?
Oh, okay. So it was just like, hey, we got to try something.
Consecutive plays, dog. So he had a pick six.
Okay.
He had a fumble, and then another pick like on 3 consecutive plays.
Yeah. He ain't got no choice.
Yeah, Mike had to. And
he ain't got no choice. I turned the TV on. I said, oh no, not hometown. Don't put hometown out there in front of next.
He wasn't bad actually. So Luke,
he didn't.
My only issue with Luke was he was just a freshman. He, as far as pocket awareness, stay in the pocket too long. You got 1 or 2 seconds. If that shit ain't there, you move around and try to scramble, find something downfield to get a couple yards. He took some sacks he shouldn't have taken by standing in the pocket too long. But again, we did no favors. His first pass should have been a touchdown. First pass should have been a 50-yard touchdown. You could have had a damn hero, welcome to Florida State type of story for a Luke Croman Hawk. Because I'm pretty sure after that touchdown, confidence and things would have been a little bit different. Like, I mean, your first damn pass, you drop a 55-yard dime in a bucket that's dropped. So we didn't do him any favors as far as the receivers, and the offensive line didn't do him any favors at all as far as blocking. And Mike, I think Mike did a good job of pulling him back out because Luke's probably going to end up getting killed just in that damn pocket.
Yeah, I felt bad for him.
Brock had over Luke. He had more pocket awareness and moved around better within the pocket,
right.
and had just a better overall feel due to having more experience.
Yeah, I felt a little bad for bro because I was like, I feel like they pulled because I didn't see it. I was like, they must have pulled him because I went to look at the stats, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, his stats trash. So they put the kid in, and I'm like, this Manny though, man.
Stats could be misleading, bro, because he had like 2 or 3 like within the 5 throws he threw. I don't know how they calculate the shit. Big time throws, quote unquote.
Yeah.
First one, he had like 2 or 3 big time throws that just the receivers.
I saw the picks though, and I was like, okay, this must be they swapped out. So I was like, okay. And then I tuned in, and I see the same. But you call this too in the preseason where you had concerns with wide receivers in the drops, and it was super evident.
Yeah, that's all we was hearing during the preseason as far as camp and stuff and reports, and even when I was out there for a few practices. You would have a big play, but you wouldn't have consistent plays. Like it was a play with Jaylen Brown. I remember vividly. I was at damn practice. He runs a cross or a drag right across the middle. Linebackers dropping. There's no one within 10 yards of him. A DJ touch pass to him right through his damn hands. Like, so it's just consistency drop catching the damn football. the beat writers pretty much were saying how bad the receiver room is, and they weren't lying about that. This is
Proof is in the pudding now.
yeah, for sure. It's by far the worst receiver room within the ACC.
What was up? He was getting into it with a coach or something.
Oh yeah, they say I didn't see that myself. I should go back and watch it. Well, I say I should go back and watch the game. I ain't rewatched shit this year, bro. Like, but no, I was sitting on the timeline where they said Jaylen Brown did get into it with a coach or something on the sideline. I didn't really see it myself. But yeah, then he come in and like the next series, he get a blocking back penalty and that type. So like, get the fuck out of here, like for real.
Yeah, go sit down somewhere. You ain't got no reason to be yelling at nobody about nothing. Get your game together, man. Get it together.
If it's any receivers in the portal that's listening to this shit, you come across YouTube, whatever, I promise you can play at Florida State and you can damn eat. The opportunity is there because that shit is. We got some young boys that's pretty good that may push for some time. But still,
boy gonna be gone. Don't listen to him.
They may be gone too, right?
They're gonna be out your way. They're gonna be out your way. Opportunity is gonna be there. Mike will be the coach though. So you
that family, hey man, shit. I mean, might be real, man. Mike could play over that being make some damn plays.
Mike gonna be there. So you will have stability at the head coach position. I saw some fans trying to get rid of the rest of the staff and
so let's talk about that a little bit. I know people
go ahead.
I want to talk about two things real quick, but not to cut you off. But
no, go ahead. I want to get into that.
So Mike, if we fire Mike, it'd be $65 million. If we fired every coach, right, and went elsewhere, it'd be $10 million to get rid of the entire staff. And I think it could possibly be less than that because I don't think he'll get rid of everybody entirely. Hey, play it again one more time for me.
You're fired.
I don't think he'll get away everybody completely. I think a couple may, and we could hear some damn surprises that a few could retire and something along those lines. So if you have that mixture of retirement and maybe keeping like a few, maybe like one or two guys, then it'd be less than that $10 million. But yeah, fans, I was seeing people on the timeline that wanted to fire coaches like right now. And my question was like, what's the benefit of that? What's the benefit of firing a coach right now? So you're gonna have grad assistants, off the field analysts, and things like that, pretty much running the show the rest of the way. You don't want that unless you're thinking about evaluating one of those guys, promoting within, and you get an opportunity to, do that thing. You evaluate them for these games, which I don't think that should be the case. We should be cleaning house throughout the damn program. I don't want to promote within for anybody. We got to get some heavy hitters in certain positions. And people brought up the point as far as recruiting. Yeah, you fire the coach now, you can not recruit, I'm sorry, you can get a jump on hiring your next coach. It's going to be the same damn thing because you're not hiring your next coach until after their season is done.
Right.
You're not about to hire a motherfucking October, first damn month of November from Georgia when they still.
Not who y'all want, right? Yeah. Whoever you're going to want, he's busy.
You want them, they're going to be playing throughout the season.
Yeah.
So they talk about recruiting things. It's going to be the same thing if you keep the coaches on staff and hire after, or you fire them and hire after as far as recruiting aspect, because you can't bring in the coaches until the season is done in the first damn place. But I think it's just emotions. People want to make a damn statement and this, that, and third. And man, fuck all that. I feel like what's best for these damn kids because we got a lot of young guys within these last 5 games. I'm sorry. 5 games that you could get some valuable coaching and some development. Okay, then the question is, shit, they not coaching, they trash. I get it. Maybe the only position I would think about doing that is the receiver coach. Reason being, I like Guy Leaner. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your last name wrong. My bad guy. But Guy is a well-connected guy. I think he's going to be a rising star in the game and things like that. Plus, you got Rick Stockhill, the Miami killer, who knows what it look like as far as receivers. Those could be guys that can coach the receiver room within the last 5 games. That's probably the only position because the defensive line's been playing better. People talk about Odell. Okay, Odell, we know he's recruiting is one thing, but coaching, he could coach. But the defensive line is playing better throughout the season. Linebackers, surprises, playing a lot better throughout the season. Randy Ish was just talent within the room. He could coach those guys up, though, when they've been playing pretty well. Defensive backs is the best position on the team by far. So we're not even talking about Pat, right? Fuller, you can have a conversation, but his defense has been winning enough, doing enough to win damn games. Offense, okay, we could talk. Alex Atkins, What are you gonna do with him? He's your offensive line coach. He's your OC. We seen how we did him
And
first.
your best recruiter.
Yeah, he's the best recruiter too, and he got the best damn. He's holding on by a thread to Solomon Thomas. So he's your offensive coordinator as well too. So you end up saying you fire him. And we saw what it was the first 3 games without Coach Atkins. I don't want that at all. That was bad as it is. So I mean, like I said, the only coach I could possibly see that happening for is Dukins that I'd be okay with. But no, I mean, there's no point in doing it now. There's no difference between now and a month and a half from now. Like
Right.
you can all of your changes that you want to make, be in a good position, and don't lose any leverage. I don't see the gain. I don't see you losing any leverage from waiting a month and a half. That's just my whole take on it. But I
And
get
then,
people who want to talk about it and won't change.
and people get excited, but this is the same staff that had y'all 13-0. So
And,
I
and then
mean,
I had a motherfucking my damn mentions. Or you was the same person who was you was the same person who didn't ask for change, who didn't want any changes last year after the season. Motherfucker, this damn staff just went 23-4 the last 2 years.
right.
Granted, I didn't say it was 2 positions: Randy Shannon, linebacker, and Odell Haggins, defense. Those are only 2 positions where I
But
would
you look at more from a recruiting perspective, thinking you could get.
because
Yeah,
those guys.
I agree. Those guys, they're a little long in the tooth, man. They old.
Right. They've been seasoned, not recruited well. Those are the only 2 coaches that I had concerns about after last year. But right, the motherfuckers won 10-3 the year before, 22, 23, you go 13-1. I'm not, of course, I'm not asking for a damn mass exodus of the damn staff. Like shit.
Right.
And at
It's
that
a
point,
talent. It's a talent deficit in Florida State right now. It's that simple. It's you can't coach but so much. That's like that narrative always kind of throw me off. I'm like, y'all
I think
call
it
all
is
this
the
coaching
third
this.
position. I
Yeah,
think it is
people
the
talk
third
about it can you and there's developers, but all in all, man, the best teams got the best players. It's just
position.
that's who's gonna win the most games. So
Right.
you can have a better coach. I give you that. That's fine.
I don't do this all the time. I think he need to be replaced. But at the same time, bro, we talking about like some high school drops. Like, I mean, shit.
Yeah, I mean, and
What you can do
you
is replace
can point to
him.
him to an extent. But again, those are the guys out there that had the opportunity to make the plays. And then, but I think, again, you trying to inject some recruiting juice because everybody's seen the success you had. Like you said, you talking about 23-4 over the last 2 years, and the recruiting rankings haven't matched that type of success on the field. So sure, you might want to do some shakeups. I get it, but the shakeups ain't because all of a sudden you losing all these games. The games is being lost because people can't catch football or a quarterback can't complete a pass. You got them either selling the ball or throwing it to the wrong team. You could coach it, but so much. I guarantee you ain't one coach out there saying throw the ball to the other team. I mean,
Right.
at a point, players got to play too. Don't get me, I'm always going to be on the side of that. Coaches coach, players play. I mean, ball players going to tell you that. So, I mean, you're a position. We talked about that. I remember it was talking about us with all the missed tackles. I'm like, yeah, you guess what? You had an opportunity to make it too. Now, can you adjust the coaching? And that's something I want to get into. And I guess I'll kind of, get into our side of the game. Can coaches make some adjustments to help the deficiencies? Absolutely. And that's something that I think we have to examine. We pulled off the win against Louisville, 7 points, and it could have been a little bit bigger. The point in the game was a 14-point swing real fast where they had a kick return. Then we had a fumble to follow that right up and gave them real short field. So that was 14 real quick. We ended up getting back up 14 again at the end of the game, and they got one more. I mean, you call it garbage time. We were still playing defense. We weren't trying to give them no points. And Louisville could score. Bottom line, I had this as the hardest game left on the schedule. Just because I knew we was going up against Brom and his ability to just scheme up. Shout out Tyler Shuck, damn good quarterback. I know he's pretty old, but I did like his ability to move out of the pocket, extend plays, and deliver the ball accurately. So, I mean, I see what some of the hype is around him. Not hype, but, that he could be a late round NFL type guy. And I see why. But, yeah, the issues we're having are I believe we could tweak some of these things on our defensive side that could make these games a little more lopsided in our favor, where we won't be in some of these dog fights.
That's my concern is our defense.
Yeah, and it's worthy. The only problem is we'll get to our game in a minute. But the thing is Guidry's a very attacking style coordinator. DC, he's very aggressive. Likes to run man. Bottom line is sometimes you're gonna have to tweak what you do a little bit, coach, if your personnel's not matching up. And right now we still down our best corner, which I think has the secondary a little bit out of position for what would give us the best possible lineup in the secondary right now. So I think maybe you look at some personnel changes a little bit on the back end. I'd like to see a little bit more rotation in the linebacker room, which we did in this last game. I'm not in love with one. He gets a little bit to just going wicked and wild out there. He a thumper, but man, sometimes he just look like he just freestyling out there, just going crazy, running around on the field at times. And I'll be like, all right, bro, we gotta play with a little integrity too, man. I think we saw his game regress a little bit this year, and he was expected to be, an all ACC type linebacker, and that definitely ain't happening this year. But yeah, in the secondary, to go back there for a second, Zaquan Patterson is a guy I know y'all were after as well, freshman. Our safety room is not deep at all. We lost 2 guys to the league, and we didn't have the depth, and we knew that coming in. We tried to tag it in the portal. When it got Mish Powell, and Mish is okay, but I think he's probably best suited to play inside, probably at the nickel position. And then we don't have Damari Brown as well, who should be on the outside. Right now, we're playing Porter in the nickel. That's not his place. He getting cooked in there. That's just not where he's going to do his best work. So I'm hoping, maybe Zaquan could get a few more reps at the safety position to allow Mish to come down, play a little bit more nickel, and get Darryl Porter Jr. back on the outside. Where he was being praised. We were very comfortable with him coming in this year. And if he was playing outside more, I think we'd be doing better in the secondary in general. Frederick's doing well, but he's a freshman, so he's going to take some lumps as well. Deani Hill's been playing a lot, and he's killing us. He's a great tackler, but it's just you get lost a little bit back there in coverage sometimes. So it's some tweaks that could be made that can make this defense better, just good enough. I kind of came to grips with what we're going to be as a team. You're going to score. I just give that up. I'm not worried about it. That's just what it's going to be. I'm just asking my defense to hold teams at 30 points. If you can hold 30, we can get 45. And I'll take it. We'll be in 45 to 30. I'll take that. I don't like it. I'm a defensive guy. That it's the tougher side of the game to play to me. I think it's beautiful to watch a defense come together and just really destroy a team and dismantle them, and that's just what I like to see. But I'm being realistic about what's going on and what's likely to happen for the rest of the season. And we got Bain back, so that's going to help us up front some. We got a little, we were a little banged up there, a little shallow there, so that's going to help. He didn't get a sack, but I think he
had a lot of pressures though.
A lot of pressures. Yeah, he was our second highest grade, and I think Zaquan was our number 1 graded player from last week. And then on the offensive side, they did their thing, man. We just gonna be able to score. It's just is what it is. There's weapons galore. We deep at wide receiver, tight end, running back. O-line room's getting a lot better. We got Jalen Rivers back this week. I think our best lineup, and one you'll probably see the majority of this game coming up this week. We're going to put probably Markel Bell, keep him out at left, and move Jalen Rivers inside the guard, which is probably going to be his NFL position anyways. And I think that'll be probably our O-line for the remainder of the season. And it'll be stout enough. Cam's going to still take his licks, but some of that's just because he hold the ball. Got to be careful with, some of those type things. Like even the shot he took that where the ball came loose,
real close.
Yeah, but it was a forward pass. I'm gonna say this. That's my thing. Like people act like that was the end of the game or something too. I'm like, well, we probably just score again. So that would have tied the game. They weren't going up at that touchdown anyways. But
looking at the replay, I think it was an incomplete pass.
Yeah, it is. I know you haters. We hate y'all too. You're supposed to be like, nah, man, they cheating. Man, these refs bad. I done told y'all 1,000 times over. These refs are bad. It is what it is. That's why you don't leave it to them. You better go out there and make plays because you waiting on these refs to save you. It's going to be a long day for you, brother. But yeah, I mean, going forward for the rest of the season, man, like I said, if we can hold teams to 30, I think we can make enough tweaks and we got enough personnel that we can kind of handle that for the rest of the year, including going into this game. And I think we can hold this team to 30. I believe so. You know what's funny? I did 26 degrees.
30 minus 30, if we're being real.
Before I went in, I was giving y'all season high. I said, man, them boys gonna score 24.
Bro.
And my teammates wasn't having it.
I think y'all defense is trash. No, don't get me wrong. I think y'all defense is trash in certain areas so people can score. I swear to God, y'all boys about to look like the 2000 Ravens trying this motherfucker.
or y'all gonna look like damn on the greatest show on turf.
This will be one of the other. This will be one of the other. I think but the thing is, though, people talk about our offense and shit like that. Like, I could point every game to where they easily could have scored 20. Like, it'd be so much self-inflicted shit. It's crazy. It's beyond me how creative they get in regards to not scoring down touchdowns and just losing the damn game. Like, these motherfuckers got a list and they just go through every day. Oh, we did that shit last week. Let's try this shit.
Do a flea flicker, but this time throw it to the other team.
Yeah. Fumble the catch. Pick it up, roll to them right, then throw it in. So, like, shit like that, bro. So
right. It's discombobulated.
Our defense. Just jump into our game moving forward, and make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We've got about 50 or so in here. If you guys got specific questions that you guys want to chime in on and talk about, go ahead and drop that super chat. What do you think about it? Do you think the setup be cool for a call in at a certain point too, or no?
Yeah, I can bring him in as long as I'm done by 7. Yeah.
Yeah, we may do the last 15 or so, do a little call in portion too, see if you guys want to get your take off as well before we jump into our animal of the week. But yeah, just speaking about this game, I think our defense is the best defense y'all will play thus far. I don't think it'll matter because shit, like, they're gonna be on the field too much. I think they're gonna be on the field too damn much. All offense, like I said, it's a great fucking offense. So the offense is going to get theirs regardless of who they're playing on the other damn side. I do think our defense, if our offense had a post, could alter some shit to get in the way a little bit. They're going to be on the field way too much. They're going to get tired out. You guys going to impose your will at a certain point in the game, in my opinion, because the offense just can't do anything to help the defense out. Just going back to the last game against Duke, they held Duke under 200 damn yards. Malik Murphy had like 50 or so yards. I think our secondary is damn good and can cover some of you guys' receivers. But like I said, our pass rush is trash. We didn't get a sack versus Duke in 24 pass attempts. That's a big difference from last year to this year as well, too. Pretty much our best pass rusher, and it's crazy, it's probably Josh Farmer as a defensive tackle. Marvin Jones and Pat Pate, they don't consistently rush the damn passer. It comes in glimpses, and that's something that Cam Ward does a good damn job as far as moving around in the pocket, avoiding sacks. He does hold the ball too long in certain situations, but I don't think we're going to really get to him. You guys got a pretty damn good offensive line as far as pass pro as well. Probably number one pick in next year's draft in the left tackle. So again, that's why I think our secondary could run into some damn issues because Cam's probably going to have a lot of damn time, and he's not going to really be uncomfortable in the pocket. But yeah, if the offense had some of the damn posts, then it could get interesting. But I don't think it will be. It'll probably get ugly late due to all the offensive inefficiencies and just how explosive the offense is on the other end.
Yeah, and I think you'll see Mario kind of get into some of like what people always like, oh, Mario want to be a run-heavy team. I think this is a game where the running game got 200 yards last week. I think it's something that we do want to establish down the stretch that we will be a little more balanced. The rush game, it really hasn't been nearly as bad as fans feel. It's just we haven't gotten the explosives like we want to see, like, the 30, 40-yard rips where you just take off. We don't have none of those, but you do have a consistent rush game where we don't get negative yards. So it's going to be a reply for it. And like you mentioned, Peyton and Jones Jr., I think that's their big deficiency in their game as well. Is I don't think they're great against the run. So they kind of slight a build in that sense. And part of it's attitude and wanting to, do the right, do it.
And that's your attitude. That's all.
Yeah, a lot of it, right. But a lot of people just
Yeah.
want the glory of a sack. Oh, yeah, I got a sack, bro.
Mhm.
Every part of the game matters.
And
Jared
that's why I love
he can do it
exactly. Exactly. That's why I love you made a good point. That's why I love Verse so damn much, and that's why Verse is doing a hell of a job in the league right now. Like, bro, if you could do both, you'll get paid a lot of damn money, man. You're gonna be very effective. If you're physical in the run and set the edge and get out the motherfuckers in the pass, like shit, you got a meal ticket right now.
Yeah, you're doing everything that's required. The game ain't just passing; it is rushing as well, and we need to be able to depend on you at every phase of the game. So, I do agree with you. I think this will be the best defense, but I mean, you kind of echoed my sentiments in that. I just think they're gonna get worn down, a little frustrated, be a little infight, and then I mean, some of that's good, but at this point, they got to be so frustrated with just the season and how everything's going. Um, I think the fan support going to be light. I know y'all usually show up for that game in big numbers. That's one of the jokes. Only game y'all sell out is Florida State, and that's because y'all come out in droves. I don't think the fans going to pull up this year like they typically do because everybody's frustrated. Like,
Right.
we ain't never been this bad. So I was gonna say, I've been frustrated. I've been frustrated to where I won't go to games though for sure. Where I'm like, nah, I can't do it, bro. I don't care what's going on. I turn the free ticket down when it's just a clown show to me. I'm like, for what? Like, I'll watch it on the tube, but nah, I'm not pulling up nobody game and just watching us get pummeled, especially against a rival. And the game ain't played yet, and this game does tend to be tight. But we also seen in the last few years it can go the opposite way too, where the record is 42 points on both sides. Both of us done took a 42-point whipping.
Might be another one too, because I know Mario forget. I know Kane fans actually was bringing up that tweet that he is a quote from that post game about how do you feel about FSU running up the score. You saying don't really matter, their job to score this, that, and the third. We're going to be on, that side of the poll at a certain point too. Just to kind of answer the question, shout out my guy D-Rod, Canes fan, man, is my guy. So he pretty much asks, is Cam and Darius Washington going to be out? So again, offense, a bad offense gets even worse. So yeah, Cam is pretty banged up from the fumble he had. He got hit in his leg. That's why he caught the ball up against Duke.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so it was a tough little hit. So Cam's going to be out for this game, and Darius Washington, word is he's going to be out as well. So you got a productive running back. Chill. I mean, it's just him and Lawrence to a Philly pretty much getting the carries at this point in time. So one of your main guys that running back in arguably your best offensive lineman out for this game, and that's not saying much for how bad the offensive line has been. But trust me, it can get worse.
Yeah, I just think it'll be. I think it'll be traditional for a minute. I think it'll start out, and y'all gonna have a little juice to get the game rolling. Where it might be kind of tight, and then I think a couple of back-breaking plays may end up happening where this game start getting.
I can really see a 2022, bro. I can really see a 2022 to where we jumped on y'all last pause, like from the opening down, and it was over from there. I can really see that.
I can see that happening too, and that's what makes this game so interesting because the fan of me like, oh man, let's just destroy him. But the fan of me also know this game usually don't go that way, and I just know it's so hard for me to believe that Florida State is now 1-6. Like I've never seen this, y'all never seen this. That just ain't supposed to happen. Like a bad year for y'all right now should be 3-4 max. 4-3 would be like y'all failing. Like damn, they not meeting expectations. But for it to be this far down the scale is unprecedented. Yeah. So unprecedented. So like it's so hard for me to call this game because I'm just like, is everything on paper? Say now this is going to be an absolute desecration. Because you look at those games that were the 42-point mollywoppers. Those teams weren't that far mismatched at the time. Just some things went crazy and
that's what they weren't. Yeah, just kind of snowballed.
They were closer, matched. As far
probably
as
the biggest mismatch I would say is that 2020 COVID year. That was probably the biggest mismatch because you guys were rolling. You had the transfer quarterback. You guys was rolling
doing a
that year.
few
Now,
things, right?
yeah, that was my
But
first year with the transition and stuff, all that COVID shit and stuff like that. But as far as 22, 21 was close. 22, like you said, it just shit just kind of snowballed out
yeah,
of nowhere.
kicked us in the teeth, and then nobody looked back. Man, ran all over us, and it
And
goes that way
that was the main
sometimes.
thing in 22 just ran the damn ball. Like you guys couldn't stop that damn counter.
No, and y'all got him on y'all side now. Six was getting worked. He was getting worked that game, man. And now you on the other side. So it's gonna be a physical game for sure. This one always is. Somebody trying to hurt somebody, not injure somebody. But I guess to put a bow on it, man. I'm gonna go disrespectful, man. I'm gonna go 55-10, man. I want the record. I want it because I hate that we had the record and then y'all came and tied it just like so quick. I'm like, oh man, that 42 points couldn't live for 5, 6, 7, 10 years. So I want to take it back. I want to push it up and I want to hold on to it for a little second.
Yeah, give me I said 42 right on Twitter. I think I did
42. Yeah, I don't know who's supposed to get no 42. Are y'all 42-0?
Right, but if I'm gonna say 40,
tie the record again, I'll be mad if that's what happened.
42-17.
If it was 42-0, I would want a bullshit field goal at the end where we should be kneeling out just to give just to make it 45. It's that kind of petty right now, man.
Right. No, I'm with it. I think Mario's trying to embarrass us for the show. He's not going to pull any punches. You guys got a big it's going to be a big recruiting weekend for Miami. And I told you what type of guy Mario is.
A lot of bodies in there.
Yeah, he's a shoulder type of guy. So he definitely wants to capitalize on this and embarrass Florida State, which I don't blame him. I want to do the same thing. I wish Mike had
seen him snap the gator jaw, so yeah, he gonna be looking to try to
motherfucker be doing some tomahawk weird shit.
Something. So get it fired up.
You gotta get creative with this. He definitely be fired up on the sideline. But yeah, give me, like I said, 42-17. I don't know how the fuck we gonna score 17.
Miracles can happen, man. Campbell put the ball in Harm's way at some point. Maybe that'll be, pick 6. That's what I'm saying. And I think they get fired up. Yeah, we can win this. Nah, never mind.
Dang, we got 3 damn turnovers. Got to score. We're not even creating turnovers.
Hey, it'll be up for grabs at some point.
But yeah, let's try to let's we got about 18 minutes. Let's try to do 8 to 10 minutes or so with callers if they want to tap in, get their takes off, and then we'll wrap it up with Animal of the Week. Yeah, guys, if you want to tap in and get some takes off as far as FSU, Miami, the game, whatever it may be, whatever we discuss, go ahead and hit that link and tap into the show. Hit that like button while you at it. But yeah, so you guys do want to join, go ahead and we'll open up for about 10 or so minutes and see what I think Miami. You said what, bro?
Want to call the national ones while we see if anybody want to tap in?
My bad. Let's do the national. Let's do the national picks.
Yeah, we'll run through them. All right.
We might not have time.
It's a couple of decent slate. This slate not too bad this week. First game we got number 12 Notre Dame on the road versus Navy on number 24.
So check this out, man. So they say this is the first time in I'm not gonna say the first time in history, but Navy, Army, and Vanderbilt are all ranked. I never heard of that shit before.
It might be ever. Well, because back in 1912 when there was 23 teams,
5 damn teams, motherfuckers.
They might have been. That's crazy. But yeah, Notre Dame is favored by 13 on the road. I tell you what, I take Notre Dame to win, but I think Navy cover. Navy because that offense is always tricky, and it always causes little problems. And they can hold the ball.
They do. They can control the ball and keep it from Notre Dame. Notre Dame isn't a explosive type offense anyway. Riley isn't a quick strike. He's a running quarterback as well. So I think Notre Dame win, but I can see Navy covering as well too.
All right, and we got number 20 Illinois is going on the road to see number 1 Oregon. Oregon's favored by 21 in this one.
Give me Oregon. I think they cover too, man. I do.
Oof.
Offense and letting the defense. I do like Illinois. Shout out to the former FSU commit and Luke Altmaier for
I knew that name.
Yeah, he was committed to Florida State.
Okay.
But yeah, give me Oregon.
All right. Look like we got a call in the chamber.
Yeah, let's go ahead. We got Chip on deck. Chip, what's going on? How you doing, bro? Chip, you there?
All right, Chip. Well, chime in if you're there. We'll hear you.
Yeah, I hear background noise. I don't think Chip
All
with us.
right. All right. Well, we'll keep going down the slate for now. I think. Oh, there you go. There you go. What's up, man?
Chip, what's good?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, yeah.
Chip none dip.
Chip been good. No dip on the chip.
Too much dip on your chip.
Yeah, too
The
much
man
dip on
Harlan
the chip.
fell out is the crazy part. All
Right.
right, we keep
Too
rolling.
much.
I like Illinois to cover. 21 is a lot. I don't know if Oregon defense like that. I think Illinois try to play a little ball control themselves. Yeah, Oregon gonna win. I think Illinois will cover that 21. And I called the upset last week with Illinois, man. I told you, I got my homie play for him, and I got my
Okay.
friend cousin play for him too. So I thought it was pretty cool, the connections. All right, so let's look at next on the slate, the SEC powerhouses over here. Missouri
Mm-hmm.
21 on the road to play Alabama 5-2. They are number 15 in the nation. Alabama favored by 13.5.
I think Alabama kind of bounced back. Remember a couple weeks ago you was telling me Missouri not really like that and things like that. And I picked them, forget what game it was, and Missouri ended up losing that game. So yeah, give me Bama. I think they kind of bounce back and get on track.
I'm with you. I got it the same way. I think they come in, kick ass, take names. Because, I mean, somebody brought it up, and I was like, this is actually a really good point. The exciting side of the 12-game playoff is these are kind of playoff games at this point. And it's very important for your resume at this point. So,
Yeah,
Bama's a
because if
brand.
Bama lose another one, it's a
Yeah,
wrap.
it's a wrap for them. But
Mhm.
Bama wins out, they gonna get one of them seeds. They'll get seeded somewhere in there, right? So they're not gonna win the SEC, that's clear. But if they can win out and come in at 10-2, they'll get one of those seed spots. So this is a very important game for them. And they kind of know what it's like around there, even without Saban there. I still think the culture can't be completely flipped around just yet. So yeah, give me Bama to cover, kind of get the fan base excited again, and kind of try to get on their playoff run. All right, next we got Vanderbilt 25. They will be hosting,
Some of the motherfuckers being ranked. Shit, they ain't gonna
right?
last long.
They hosted Texas, 6-1 Texas. Texas is favored by 18.5.
Yeah, give me Texas. They pissed off in this Georgia game. Shout out to that Georgia game, man. Georgia's look different. Them
Yeah, for the first
motherfuckers.
time this year to me though.
Yeah, it was first time this year, but I guess, but Kirby, he's similar to Mario as far as like a narrative type of guy. He used that shit to fuel him because you heard him in the post game, not press conference, but the conversation they have on the field, where you're just talking about, everybody on the network, picked against us, this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
So he's going to play on because how can you motivate a damn Georgia team, right? That's been doing so damn much as of recently. So he found a niche to motivate those guys, and they came out and dominated. Man, they really look different. I think Texas responds well and takes some shit out on Vanderbilt.
Kirby, I had Texas too, bro. 38-34 was in my head on that one. I just thought y'all couldn't score enough. But good game. The defense finally looked like that Georgia defense we accustomed to. And, you scored enough to kind of put them boys in the dirt. So give me Vandy to cover the 18.5. They run a lot of option stuff too. So it's going to be an odd look for them. It's going to be a little – you never want to play the option. It's not something you see very often. It's so hard to get your scout team to prep you for it. So – they've been having some success. The quarterback's pretty solid there. Texas wins, but I think Vanderbilt covers the 18.5. And then the last one we got on slate is number 8 LSU. Is going on the road to face number 14 Texas A&M. Both teams sit at 6-1, and A&M is actually underdogs at home. No, I'm sorry. They're 2.5-point favorites. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's a big game. So we talk about SEC and who's for the championship and all type of deal. This is a big game, but conference hopes, implications. I'm gonna go LSU, man. Give me Brian Kelly, man. BK got that shit rolling. I'm a fan of BK. Even back to the Rolo days, I was giving them boys hell. Like, why in the hell would you tell Brian Kelly no and go hire this shrimp and Billy Napier? We got home state. Like, so Billy coached for the University of Louisiana, right? So you have what's the University of Louisiana? It was one of the
Yeah,
Lafayette,
Monroe, I think.
Monroe. All right, so he was at Monroe or UL, one of them damn schools. LSU was in the same state, right?
Yeah.
After this the whole whoever's hiring, like, wouldn't it be concerning for you, like the big dog in the state, don't take a look at this up and coming so-called riser, this, that, and third, to hire him as the head coach? Nah, they went ahead and hired the actual big dog. You fire Ed Orgeron, you got to bring in a big dog type of guy to replace him, right? When they got BK, said the same thing. You end up firing Dan Mullen. You damn sure better find somebody that's a lot better to replace them. And you fucking hire Billy Napier, man. So
It's been a
yeah,
circus. It's been a circus.
that's like,
I'm gonna
keep
take
over that charge.
I'm gonna take A&M. I like Elko a lot. Like I said
Big
earlier in the show,
Elko.
I'm a big defensive guy. It's crazy too because if this game was in LSU, I'd probably flip it the other way because these are two of some of the toughest environments to play in college. But everybody know, man, Texas A&M, man, the boys gonna have their uniforms on out there. It's gonna be very loud. That's all they got. That's all they need. I like them in a close matchup. Defense wins. I'm gonna take Texas A&M on that one. All righty, that's the lineup for the week. Let's get out these animals, man. I'll let you kick off.
Favorite part of the show, man. So
Yep.
my animal of the week is anaconda. You guys see the video right there. It just kind of shows what these guys could be and how big they could be. So just a couple anaconda facts, man. They can live up to 10 years in the wild. They are the largest snakes in the world. Go up to 30 feet. Constrictors. So when you're a 30-foot animal, what do you eat, right? Eat what the fuck you want to eat, man. Whatever's on your mind is what you can eat. So they eat caiman crocs, pigs, deer, large fish. They can even eat jaguars. It might even fuck up a human if they're on the menu, if they feel a little, hungry. Looking at that video, you guys can see a human is right there within the vicinity of the anaconda. But if you look at the belly, that anaconda pretty much just ate, and he don't have a care in the world as far as adding to the meal. So when you have a situation like that, they're pretty much harmless.
Yeah.
They can hold their breath in the water for up to 10 minutes. Female anacondas, this is crazy. The only snake in the world. Well, I don't think they're only that. Let me take that back. They're not the only snake in the world, but they actually give birth. They don't lay eggs like your typical snake. They give birth, and then when they give birth about 20 to 30 at a time. So there's a lot of damn anaconda in South America.
Bruh. 10 years? They get that big in 10 years. That is
Getting 30
insane.
feet in 10 years.
That's
Huge snake,
nuts.
man. Largest snake in the world, and they swallow you whole, of course, after being constrictors. And they got famous from the movie, man. Shout out to Ice Cube, man. My dog killed a snake, man. But
Oh my
in 10
God.
years,
Yo, that
terrible.
movie was nuts.
I love that shit as a kid. And the kind of
Right. And
motherfucker.
then as you become an adult and know better, you're like, man, what the hell? Yeah, we should have known better. Ain't no damn snake can move that. Like, it wouldn't be no
Doing all
humans
the
if
things.
snakes was like that.
What? That's fucking super damn snake, man. Should
Bro,
have
they
raised up
was
on
racing up
everybody.
trees, just whipping it real. And I'm like, ooh, shit. And then like, wait a minute. And I was always an animal nerd. I was like, wait a minute.
And then they was eating motherfuckers like 8 hours later. Like, bro, that shit wouldn't even work like that, man. They was killing
Yeah.
people just for the hell of it.
Shit, nah, they eat somebody, them jokers ain't moving for a month.
Right.
If they eat something big as a human, oh yeah, they not moving for
for
30
a
days.
Yep.
But
So you got a good damn point when they eat. They go big when they eat, but typically they're chilling and not even hungry for the most part. They just let that shit
right.
digest for a damn month or so. But when they do get active a little bit in their apex, they don't really have any natural predators in South America that can fuck with them. So anaconda, man.
That's what's up. I got one real quick, man. I got the hairy frog. If y'all looking at the visuals here, I hope y'all like and subscribe, man. You see he's got hair-like looking follicles on him, like, and you like, wait a minute, this is a frog. How the hell does it have hair? But that's actually like breeding males during the breeding season. They get these extra, they call like pallipae, I want to say. I'm probably mispronouncing that. But basically, it's just an extension of their skin, essentially. And, animals weird. So I guess probably the more you got, the more colorful, the more attractive you are to the female. Plus, those hairs. Yeah, exactly. Right. Same deal. Exactly. They actually help them stay breathing underwater. So these frogs can actually stay underwater that much longer to protect the eggs. So that's why, it all works hand in hand.
But they stay at home, moms.
Yeah. Moms get up out of there. They single dads, man, of, like 300 tadpoles. You know how the game go. They don't never talk about how the single dads hold it down, but it is what it is.
Right.
Shout out to my single dads too. I know a couple of y'all, man. It's real solid stand-up dudes, man. But this frog actually has two other nicknames, man. It's known as the murder frog and the Wolverine frog. And and that, as you can see here, the reason why is they have special bones connected to the end of their toes. And when they feel threatened, they break the bones and pierces through their skin. And they actually have claws. So they can scratch you. Yeah, crazy shit, man. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, they got Wolverine claws too, right? That's exactly where it had to come from. So they reside in Central Africa. The natives will they'll eat them, they'll hunt them, they spear them though because of the claws. Like they won't pick them up because the claws are pretty formidable and scratch you up pretty good. So they'll actually stab them with a machete or a spear. They believe that they're good for fertility or something of that nature. But yeah, speaking of being underwater, they can actually be underwater for like I want to say I saw a day. So they can just literally, because of those extra hairs and all, when during that season, just remain under that water and still breathe while they protect, the egg clutch or whatever. So yeah, man, that's the murder frog, man, Wolverine frog. I was like, this is the craziest shit.
Dope ass nicknames, right?
Right? Yeah, I was like, that's fire. Shout out to the comic books and Marvel world, man. Shout out to Daredevil coming back too.
Hey, I know people. That's the one. Dog, that's the fucking one. I know a lot of people ask me why I was so excited on the timeline. If you haven't watched damn Daredevil, watch that shit right now. I'm talking about that fucking series is amazing. Top to bottom, man. Great acting, great storytelling, hell of action.
Best one they done.
Marvel. Yeah, it was the best Marvel show by far.
Daredevil's kind of the easiest to produce because his superpowers aren't like so out of range, So he's like a little more gritty, a little more real world, like kind of like
more relatable.
Right. And it's easy I don't have to do a great production around it, So yeah, they did great writing, great acting, and yeah, you end up with a great show, man. Been following the Penguin as well.
Real top tier villains. I'm telling you, man, people are so excited about Daredevil coming back because of what it was a few years ago. I might tap back in recently again myself because that damn show was that damn.
Been a long time, yeah.
A long time. You relate to the characters, man. Matt Murdock, my damn guy, bro. So I'm with Daredevil 100%.
All right, well, we're getting up out of here, man. We appreciate y'all for tapping in. Tell a friend, man. We pull up, hang out with y'all. Go Canes. Y'all know what it is this weekend, man. I'm up in the city. I already got my tickets. I got my room. CJ is raffling off his hotel room to the championship game, man. All proceeds go to charity. Charity stocks up.
Hey, I'm actually gonna meet you guys in Charlotte. I'll meet you guys. I'm gonna be there for Charlotte. I'll meet you, Canes fans.
That's what's up. If we make it, I'm there. If we make it, I'm there.
We gonna hang out good, then, bro. Because I'm thinking it's gonna be Miami and Clemson. So if Clemson make it, I'm putting it this way: if Clemson make it, I'm gonna be there.
I got you. No doubt. All right, man. We up out of here. Peace.
Yeah, hit that like button. Appreciate y'all.